preparing for a weekend away. I've cleaned the camper van. Let me show you what I've been up to this morning. Camper van all nice and clean. Surprised how much mud came out from underneath that wheel arch when I've only used it a few times. So we're all nice and clean. It looks like it's, look at that, look. It's going to rain on it now. I've cleaned it. Right, now I'm going to hoover the inside. Hoover ready. This is my piece of cardboard that I put just where you put your foot on inside to help with the mud. So we'll get that moved and move the dog bed. You can get a bit of this, all these bits off this carpet and this one, and in there might have to take the blinds off so I can see what I'm doing. Next thing is empty the toilet. Well, that always plays up. So in here we have my gloves, my cloth, and the stuff to put in the toilet. Got a new one of these that smells ever so nice. I'll show you that in a minute. Got it from the Caravan and Camping Club show, but this one was in and there's a bit left, so we're going to use that up. This is the one I got from the Caravan and Camping Club show, and it's got ever such a nice fragrance. You can get some that smell like Brute. Right, so this is the toilet, and you just pull it out there. Now this is different to, some of you will know what this is, but we've never had anything like this on any of our toilets. This is connected to a separate pump, and it pumps the air out of your toilet, sucks more air down the opening in your toilet, and sucks it out through down to the outside. So when you actually open your flap in your toilet, you don't get no smells. And it's the first toilet I've ever had that after you've used it for a couple of days, that there's still no smell when you go to the toilet. So this is brilliant. It's unusual that your cassette, you empty it from the inside, but this is a converted van, so probably didn't want to put another hole in the side of the van, and seeing as the toilet is on the side where the door is, I suppose he thought it would get in the way. All I have to do is disconnect this pipe to get it out. There we are. And then I put this on here, and then I take it out and empty it. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to film that. And then just shove it all back in again. So I quite like this toilet arrangement. First time we've had anything like this on any of ours. So when you go to the toilet and you open this switch, move this switch here, can you hear that noise? So that is sucking the air from here, where my hand is, you know, down into that hole. And then that stops the smell coming up. And so you can go to the toilet as many times as you want until it's full without walking in here and having a smell when you open the flap to flush your toilet. Really good. So the carpets are down, all nice and clean, ready to go. They won't be clean by the time Flynn's finished being in and out of here for the weekend. So I've put the stuff in the water. We've took a guesstimate at it being a 100-litre tank. My husband's took a guess. So we've put 20 teaspoons of that powder that I showed you on my last video into the tank, and now I'm leaving it overnight, and then I'm going to empty the majority of the tank through all the taps, so that will pump all the liquid all through all the pipes and kill any germs that's in any of the pipes. So that's what you're supposed to do. So that's what I'm doing. So right, we're nearly ready. Just got to go and pack a few things to put in. I've kind of added a few things already to my little tidies at the back of my seats. I'll show you that. So we've got batteries for the torches, they're extra. Another pack, well 2 packs of baby wipes. You can never have enough baby wipes. These are actually for my mum, and I decided to put the whole lot in because I'll put them away in the house somewhere and won't find them. She's always asking for tissue when we go out on day trips. So instead of using the toilet roll, I've got plenty of tissue. I've put a hanging light, which is more for the awning, but I've decided to leave it in here and keep it in here, even though I'm not using the awning. And we've put more torches. That's a poncho, so if I need to nip outside for something and don't want to have to find my coat, I can just chuck that poncho over. Put some sunglasses. I think that's it. I've put more things for the dogs. This is my boot box, but at the minute it's got dog things in. The other side, dog towels, dog treats and toys. We have a flashing light on the heater, and I do not know what that means. That might mean that there's a fault. Oh, but bloody hell. It's all I need. Well, I switched it on to fan and back off, and the light stopped flashing. And so I don't know what it was. I know the gas is off, and it was on the off position, so it shouldn't have had a problem at all. The last time I saw it flashing is when they took it all to pieces to try and fix it when it wasn't working. So I might have to just switch the gas on and test the gas before I go. Not that I'm going to think I'm going to be cold anyway and need the gas on. Right, well, this is where the hot air comes from, and it's getting warm. And there's no more flashing light. It's not ever so warm, but it is slowly getting warm. And that's where it pulls the air in from. So, I don't know what that flashing light was about. So, when it's working, that green light should come on. And so you just put it to flame. Don't really use any of all this other stuff because they use these controllers for more than one thing, more than one heater. So mine must be the most basic, and you just turn the temperature there and switch it on to flame and leave it. You can switch it on to these and have air circulating. It'll just pump the air around, but normally when that red light's flashing, it means there's a problem. So I don't know why that red light was flashing, but it seems to be working. In fact, I'm getting a bit warm in here now. I just don't really need the heating on. Here we are, just put my Wi-Fi on charge. I'm going to go and get on my phone and pay for some more data, and for this coming weekend. So that's everything done in here, except for putting in my clothes and different things. I've just ordered a porch, like a little porch awning type thing that just fastens. I'll show you where it fastens onto, so I can just take my boots off, hang my wet clothes up outside. If I get wet, because looking at the sky again, it could be all seasons this next weekend. You never know. It could be hot, cold, snowing, hailing, you know what. Just does what it wants, this country, and we just go out and enjoy ourselves and ignore it. Oh, the heater's gone off now, so I can go back in. I'll just show you whereabouts I'm going to fasten this like little porch thing on. You can see that rail there goes all the way along the van to the end of the door. I can't see the rest of it because of the doors there, but that's where the awning fastens. Well, this new porch, little porch thing, fastens onto that. And it will fasten onto my awning as well, so I can have an extra piece on my awning. So, right, I'm in the house now, and I'm going to get packing the stuff I'm going to take with me for the weekend. 1 or 2 different things, new things. I'll show you as I go along. First thing, I've had a new bladder for my Osprey rucksack. Now this is slightly smaller. This is only about a 1 litre. I think it's 1 litre or 1.5 litre. Oh, it's 1.5 litre. I can see it on the packet now. Bladder, because my other one, I think my other one was a 2.5. It sprung a leak. So I've had a new one. So a quick tip for everybody that's new to bladders. If you put some bicarb in some water and put it in the bladder and leave it to soak, you don't get that plasticky taste. But make sure you rinse it out well afterwards. But yeah, it's supposed to take that plasticky taste away. Makes it a lot better. That's in the box, but I'm going to have to sort that out, take it back out and sort it out in a minute. But if everything's in the box, then I don't forget things. The next thing is my camping stove, and I think this is my pot as I boil the water in. Let's have a look inside. So yes, this is my pot. So we have hot chocolate. I think that's sugar. That's milk. Oops, that's my pot. Spoon and a bit of a cloth for mopping up spills and to stop everything rattling. It was some sugar packets and tea bags. I don't have sugar in my tea, but I sometimes like extra sugar in my hot chocolate for some strange reason. So this is my camping stove. I'll find the zip and do it one-handed. It's really good. Can't do it one-handed. I can. This is an art in itself, isn't it? Trying to film and do something one-handed. So, the only thing I haven't got in here is a bit of washing up liquid. This is stuck. I think I'll put that underneath next time. So, I have my little thing for cleaning my pan. Hand sanitizer. I don't know why I've got a can opener in there. And there we are. Pot goes on there. So this is to go in my rucksack to take up on the hills with me. And don't forget my can of fuel. So we get in there now. See if I can remember everything I need to put in this box. My stove wind protector, which I wrap up in a tea towel to stop the edges catching on anything in my rucksack. And the tea towel kind of comes in handy as a towel when I'm out. So there it is, all wrapped up, so I can shove that in anywhere and the edges of the metal don't catch on anything. So in goes my Van Gogh storm shelter, 2-man, because it's me and the dog, so I want to be able to get the dog in as well. And if it slings it down with rain and I want to stop for my dinner, it might come in handy. This is my bigger Osprey bag that I bought. It looks grey on this screen, but it's black. And I've put my orange one in the wash. It's dry now, so I'm going to take both of them. But this one's just that little bit bigger and makes life a lot easier for getting things in. But I'm not used to my other one and where everything goes. I better take my other one with me just in case I decide that I want my slightly smaller one. Gaiters. Only thing I've not cleaned from last time by the looks of it, but they'll do. I'm not putting them in the wash now. So that's my gaiters in. My folding poles. So these fold up quite small and then they go in 2 bags, but I seem to have lost the bag from last time. I seem to be good at losing bags. I think I shove them in pockets, and then when I get other things out, the wind blows my bag away because I seem to have lost a bag. But I'm sure I can get both of them in one bag, which probably would make more sense anyway. This is the waterproof cover to my bigger rucksack, so that needs to go in. Dog water or food bowl, which attaches to my rucksack. This is my mini water filter system with an extra bag in. Can't really see it. There you are. There you are. There you can see it there. Look. Alright, that's going in. This is a new water filter system that I bought at the beginning of the year that I've never used. I might give it a try. I can just shove it in one of my side pockets. You're supposed to be able to just put the water in and it filters it as you drink it. So we will see if this works out better than faffing about with that other system. Selection of torches. I have got a really big head torch, but I don't think I'm going to be out till it's dark anyway. So I'm just put my small one in that I've never used, and two torches. There's plenty of batteries in the camper, so I can check them before we set off, but I think they've got new batteries in them. And you have to excuse if you can keep seeing a little head. Hey, what you doing? Somebody's sent a Freya upstairs to torment me. So this back box is getting full. My GPS unit and its little case, which fits in there. That reminds me, I have to change the back. I've got my bike mount on it. I don't know whether it will fit in that case. I'll have to see if it'll fit in with the bike mount on the back. Save me having to change it. Not very easily. Looks like I'm changing the back. Let me go and find the other back. So all I do is take that one off and put that one on. Well, do it a bit. Yes, put it upside down. Ha! This is looking at it through the camera. So all I've got to do is put that on and just turn that now. But I need two hands. So that can go back in my cupboard, and that is ready. My Osmo and my little stand, selfie stick type stand, that's got to go in. I just need to find a charging cable. Now this is my winter emergency clothing. I've just pulled it out the bottom of my rucksack. Very rarely do I have to open this bag, but inside is a pair of quilted trousers, a quilted jacket, fleece like top that comes up round your neck, so you just pull it over, so you no need to wear t-shirt, bra or anything underneath. If you got wet, you could just pull that on, and pants and socks. Shall I open it and show you? If we can do this one-handed, since I don't know where my phone selfie stick is that turns into a stand. So on the top would be the first thing you probably would want. Told you I couldn't get it out with one hand, didn't I? Hang on. So this is my down jacket. Is it trespass? Yes, it's trespass. It squeezes down really, really small, and I have lent this to people when they haven't had enough clothes and they've been cold on walks. So it puffs right up. You just have to shake it. Just turns into a normal puffer jacket, but it's because it's down, it squeezes really, really into a lot smaller than this bag. I've had it down to half the size of this bag before. The next thing is this top. It's like a very thin fleece, very lightweight, but quite warm, and it comes up round the neck, so you just pull it over your head, and this in my rucksack on a 26-mile walk, and we got absolutely soaked, and we got to the one of the checkpoints, and we got offered a lift back to the finish because it was thundering and lightning and going mad, so they didn't want us to carry on. So I just went into the toilets, stripped all my clothes off, changed into this and my puffer jacket and my trousers, and I was as warm as anything. The other people that was with me in the car on the way back to the finish line were absolutely shivering because they was drenched through. So it's always good to have an emergency clothing bag. Pair of dry socks. Pair of dry pants. Could get away with them really if I hadn't got them in here, because I would just put the trousers on. Can't get them out with one hand. Hang on. So here is my padded trousers. So these you just shake again, and these are Jack Wolfskin, and they just puff right up, and you don't have to wear another pair of trousers underneath them, just your pants, or even no pants if you hadn't got them, and you'd be warm. So like if you had an accident, sprained an ankle, got to wait ages, and you were wet, you get in my emergency shelter, which I've just shown you down there, undo this bag, strip off, put all the dry clothes on, and I'm lovely and warm. And the other thing I have, but I don't very often carry, these are down booties. Normally I only use these in the tent, but if you was kind of whale camping, or you had the room in your pack to carry a little bit more on a day pack, you could put them in for emergencies, because if you get your feet really cold, there's nothing worse than cold feet. And I can't get them out with one hand. Again, hang on. There we are. They keep your feet lovely and warm. I really like these in my tent. But with them having the hard bottom, so you can actually walk about on them, they don't pack down so small. That's the only trouble. So that's why I don't normally put them in my emergency clothing. But in the tent at night, these are brill. Just remember these are always in the lid of my rucksack. So this is my new emergency blanket. I think I've shown you this before. A lot lightweight, thermal. Just climb into it. So this with my emergency shelter should be really cozy, and my emergency clothing pack. Now, a lot of these aren't necessary for short day walks, but if you're going to be out anywhere, miles from anywhere, out in the wilderness, in Lake District, in Wales, Scotland, you really need to carry something. You only have to twist your ankle and can't walk, and you shot it. And foot warmers and hand warmers, they just stay in my rucksack, never ever come out. I have got another emergency foil bag. Sometimes if we're going out in a group, I shove one of them extra in, just in case anybody might need to use it. I've got a pile of clothes here, waterproof bottoms, waterproof top. There's all sorts in this pile. Different gloves, they're more winter ones. This room is my dumping ground for all my kit. That's why everything's just sprawled out on this bed. The next two things that's going in that I won't need this weekend, but it's going to be put in the camper, is for Scotland. So I've got the mozzie spray and a head bug net, and they're just going to go in there so I can stick them in the camper for when I go to Scotland. I have got some other different bug spray. Well, it's not a bug spray, it's like a cream from the Avon one, but just in case, I've decided to get one that's got like the deep stuff in it. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, they're going in the camper for Scotland. These are the waterproofs that I'll be taking because it's more than likely going to be hot. And if it rains and it's hot, you find it very difficult in waterproofs. Normal waterproofs that most people buy aren't very breathable. These are running waterproofs, and I've run loads of miles in these in the rain. So they're designed to wick the sweat out and away from you. So you just need a normal, like, hiking, running t-shirt. A t-shirt that wicks the sweat away from your skin. And the only disadvantage with waterproofs and t-shirts is bare arms. It doesn't work with bare arms. You just get all sweaty and wet, and the rain seems to come through if you've got bare arms. So you need a long sleeve t-shirt or arm warmers, which I have got. And if it's drizzly and wet when I set off, I always put these on because they're so lightweight, and if you need to take them off, they fold up really small, which I'm going to show you now. What you do is find the pocket in the hood and you stuff the whole of your top into this little pocket. Again, can't do one-handed, so let me pause you and I'll do it for you. So there we are, all stuffed in, and now all I have to do is get that and wrap it round it, and it all stays together. It's just like a air bubble. And there we are, all wrapped up. Look at that, about the size of my hand. I can hold it in my hand. I could even run with it like that if I needed to. And the trousers do the same thing. They just fold up into a pocket, which is probably there. Look at that. All right, let me do that. 2 small packages, really small, don't take up no room in your rucksack. Can even hold them in your hand and carry them if you needed to, if you'd like took them off and hadn't got a bag. So they're my go-to. They're made by Innovate, really well known running manufacturer, well, clothing manufacturer for running. And I've got a pair of lightweight boots as well that I'll be taking with me from the same company. Really good, I really like these. Here's my long sleeve top. And it's that material that wicks the moisture away from your skin. Nothing fancy. A lot of people use them as base layers as well. So that's what I'm going to be putting underneath them waterproofs if it's raining. Just chucked a few clothes in that on top. I'm not going to go through them. This is my seat pad, and I normally have it shoved down the back of my rucksack because I've not been carrying a bladder, but I'll find somewhere else for it now because I'm going to be using a bladder. So I've rigged up this string and a little carabiner to fasten to my rucksack, so when I get it out I can sit on it, and when I stand up it doesn't blow away. I don't got to worry about it because it'll be attached to my rucksack. Probably have a bit of a kite, mind, but saves me losing it, because quite often I don't, when it's really windy, I don't even bother getting it out. But if the ground's a bit wet, you don't really want to sit, unless you've got waterproof bottoms on, you don't really want to sit on wet ground, and if it's cold to your bum, these come in quite handy. And look what I forgot, my first aid kit. This is always in my rucksack, and because I've emptied my other rucksack, that nearly got left on the bed. I always put it in a plastic bag, and then I'm not worrying. I can stick it anywhere in my rucksack and I don't worry about it getting wet. It's got everything in there, including another foil blanket. So I'm well prepared, and I'm well prepared to help anybody as well. So I think that's it for now. Done quite a bit of preparation. There'll probably be quite a few bits and bobs being chucked in at the last minute. But I think that's it for this video, and the next one you'll see was for setting off for my weekend.